day everyone, we are the group 4 and in this video, we're going to discuss and present the chapter 2 which is Authentication and Access Control. So introduction. This document serves as a structured guide for learning and teaching chapter 2, Authentication and Access Control, covering various aspects including authentication method, remote access control, managing user permission, and identity access management solutions. So what is authentication and access control? First, authentication is a term that refers to the process of proving that some fact or some document is genuine. So authentication is the process of verifying the identity or genuineness of something, typically through the presentation of evidence or credentials. It ensures that the person, object, or information is indeed what it claims to be. For example, in the context of online security, when you log in into your email account, you are typically required to enter a username and password. This acts as a form of authentication, verifying that you are the authorized user of that account. So sa madaling salita, ang authentication po ay verification sa iyong account or kung sino ang tunay na nagpamay-ari sa isang account. Second is access control. Access control is a fundamental component of data security that dictates who's allowed to access and use company information and resources. So access control is a crucial aspect of data security that manages and regulates who can access and utilize company information and resources. It involves implementing policies, procedures, and technologies to ensure that only authorized individuals or systems can access sensitive data, while unauthorized entities are prevented from doing so. For example, consider a company's confidential financial data stored on a secure server. Access control mechanisms such as a user authentication through password or biometric verification would restrict access to only authorized personnel such as finance department employees or executives. Additionally, access control lists or ACLs could be configured to specify which user or groups have permission to read, write, or modify specific files or databases. Further, safeguarding the sensitive information from unauthorized access or tampering. By effectively implementing access control measures, organizations can mitigate the risk of the breaches and protect the valuable assets from unauthorized disclosure or misuse. These are the types of authentication method. First is password. Require users to input a combination of characters to verify their identity. So, a password is a secret combination of characters used to authenticate the identity of a user before granting access to a system, device, or account. It serves as a security measure to protect sensitive information from unauthorized access. So, ang password naman po ay ginagamit natin sa mga personal account na like Facebook account, email account, at iba pa. Para sa security or privacy ng ating mga account, maaari tayong maglagay ng mga mixed letter and number at special characters para hindi basta-basta makapasok ang mga unauthorized users or yung mga tinatawag nating mga black hackers.
Multi-factor authentication. Enhance security by requiring multiple forms of verification such as passwords, security tokens, or biometrics. So, multi-factor authentication or MFA is a security measure that requires user to provide multiple forms of verification before granting access to a system, application, or account. So, this adds an extra layer of security beyond just a password. For example, when we're logging into an online banking account, a user might first enter the username and password, which is the first factor. Then the system may prompt them to enter a code sent to their mobile device, which is the second factor, or use a fingerprint scan or biometric authentication as the second factor. Only after both factors are successfully verified would the user be granted access to their account. So this significantly reduces the risk of unauthorized access even if a hacker managed to obtain the user's password. Biometrics utilize unique physical or behavioral characteristics such as fingerprint scanning, palm scanning, facial recognition, and iris recognition for identity verifications. So, biometric refers to the use of unique physical or behavioral characteristics to verify a person's identity. So, these characteristics are distinctive to individuals and are difficult to forge or replicate. Examples of biometric identifiers include fingerprint scanning, palm scanning, facial recognition, and iris recognition. So, for example, in fingerprint scanning, a person's fingerprint patterns are captured and stored as a reference. When the person needs to be identified, their fingerprint is scanned again, and the system compares it with the stored reference to verify their identity. So similarly, facial recognition technology analyzes facial features such as the distance between the eyes, nose shape, and jawline to authenticate a person's identity. So this technology is commonly used in smartphones for unlocking the device or accessing secure applications. Types of biometrics. Behavioral biometrics uses how a person walks, types, or handles. Behavioral biometrics involves analyzing an individual's unique physical movement, typing patterns, or handling behaviors to authenticate their identity. For example, the way someone walks, types on a keyboard, or holds a smartphone can be used to verify their identity. So, fingerprint scanning verifies the authentication based on a user's fingerprint. So, fingerprint scanning verifies authentication by analyzing the unique patterns present in a person's fingerprints. This method is widely used in smartphones, laptops, and other electronic devices for secure access. Palm scanning identifies users by examining their unique vein patterns. So, palm scanning identifies users by analyzing the unique vein patterns present in their palms. So this method is often employed in high-security environments such as airports or government facilities. Facial recognition uses the person's facial characteristic for verification. So facial recognition utilizes the distinct facial features of an individual to verify their identity. The technology is commonly used for unlocking the smartphones, accessing secure buildings, or identifying individuals in surveillance footage. So, iris recognition scans the user's eye infrared to compare patterns against a saved profile. So, iris recognition scans the unique patterns present in the iris of an individual's eyes using infrared technology. So, this method is highly accurate, is often used in government agencies, airports, and other high security locations for identity verifications.
Remote access controls and technologies. It enables users to securely access devices in a different physical location. Types of Virtual Private Network or VPN. Remote Access VPN. It permits a user to connect to a private network and access all its services and resources remotely. Next is the site-to-site VPN. It is also called as router-to-router VPN and is commonly used in the large companies. Next is the cloud VPN. It is a virtual private network that allows users to securely connect to a cloud-based infrastructure or service. Next is the mobile VPN. It is a virtual private network that allows mobile users to securely connect to a private network, typically through a cellular network.
Secure Socket Layer Virtual Private Network, or what we call the SSL, is a type of VPN that uses the SSL protocol to secure the connection between the user and the VPN server. For example, employees at a branch office could use a VPN to connect to the main office internal network. Alternatively, a remote worker who may be working from home could need to be connected to their company's internet or restricted applications. PPTP or Point-to-Point Tunnel Protocol VPN is a type of VPN that creates a secure connection by encapsulating data packets being sent between two computers. By using an ISP network access server that supports inbound PPP connections. By using a physical TCP or IP-enabled LAN connection to connect to a PPTP server. OpenVPN is an open source software application that uses SSL and is highly configurable and secure. Remote Authentication Dial in User Service, or what we call the RAGIS, is an internet standard protocol that provides centralized authentication, accounting and IP management services for remote access users in a distributed dial-up network. The example is the RAGIS client forward the remote users, user ID, and a password to the RAGIS authentication server. If the credentials are correct, the server authenticates the user and the RAGIS clients enable the remote user to connect to the network.
Managing users' permission and access control. Users' permission refers to the specific task that a user is allowed to perform on a system. So for example, a user might have permission para ma-view, ma-edit, or ma-delete ang isang file depending on their role or level of access. Access control is an essential element of security that determines who is allowed to access certain data, apps, and resources, and in what circumstances. Access control ensures that only authorized users can access sensitive information, thereby protecting it from unauthorized access.
Steps for effective management of user permission and access control. Define user roles. Categorize users based on their job roles or responsibilities. For instance, an editor, a writer, and a developer will have different access needs in CMS. Principles of least privilege. Always assign the minimum necessary access to the performed task. If someone doesn't need access to certain information or tools to do their job, they shouldn't have access to it. Regular audits. Periodically review and update user permission. People change roles, leave companies, or take on new responsibilities. Use multi-factor authentication. Enhance your access controls with multi-factor authentication and provides an additional layer of security. Centralized access control. If you are dealing with multiple systems, consider a centralized system to manage access. Educate your users. It's not enough to just set up the right permission. Educate users on the importance of security, the risk of sharing accounts, and the dangers of oversharing on digital platforms. Logging and monitoring. Keep logs of who access, what and when. This is not only acts as a deterrent but also help in quickly identifying any breaches or misissues.
Identity and access management solutions allow organizations to protect data, ensure regulatory compliance, reduce costs, and provide simplified and enhanced experience for users. Identity and access management is for making sure that the only right person lang pwedeng mag-access sa organization data resources. For example, yung information that is stored identity management database, including yung mga names, job titles, mobile phone number, direct reports, kasama yung mga personal email address. Kapag nag-login using username and password, tinitignan ng system or IAMS kung match ito. This is what we call the authentication or magpapatunay. JumpCloud is an open directory platform that provides comprehensive and integrated suite of identity and access management solutions. JumpCloud is an example of light directory. It provides centralized user management authentication for IT environments. Inaalaw nito to secure, manage, and connect to their system, application files, and networks, regardless sa kung saang location or kung anong type ng device yung ginamit. Tenfold Security is an identity and access management provider that focuses on user-friendly, easy to manage security. Tenfold Security is the automatic control of digital identities to make sure na yung mga employee lang ang pwedeng mag-access sa data if they actually need it. Tenfold also enables the protection of sensitive data with efficient user management in your own network. Tenfold also saves time, protect data, and facilities compliance.
Information Security Decision is an access security provider that is specialized in securing Windows, Active Directory, and cloud environments. Information security also may offer products or services related to access control, user authentication, privilege management, or other aspects of cybersecurity. Their solutions could involve tools for monitoring users' activity, enforcing security policies, or protecting against their threats. Example: application security, network security, endpoint and data security. Their role is to protect valuable assets and ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. SafeNet Trusted Access. It provides solutions, products, and services that enable customers to fortify their defenses while placing humans at the center of the decision-making process. SafeNet Trusted Access also provides a comprehensive access management solution that helps organizations secure their cloud-based application while offering flexibility, convenience, and centralized administration. SafeNet Trusted Access is an access management and authentication service that ensures no user is a target by allowing you to expand authentication to all users and apps with diverse authentication capabilities. Because it gives you the power to control access to all apps with the right policy, you can enforce the right authentication method for the right user. Okta Workforce Identity. Okta Workforce Identity enables digital account protections for global teams, supporting both secure cloud applications and hybrid environments. It also designed to help organizations securely manage and streamline access to their workforce's digital resources, including applications, data, and services. Okta Workforce Identity also helps improve security, streamline user access, and enhance administrative efficiency by providing a centralized identity and access management solutions tailored to their needs. Oracle Identity and Access Management is an American multinational computer technology company, one of the largest software companies in the world by revenue and market capitalization. Oracle Identity and Access Management offers a comprehensive set of solutions to address the complex challenges of managing identities and controlling access in modern IT environments. By providing robust security, governance, and compliance capabilities, Oracle IAM helps organizations strengthen their overall security posture, streamline access management processes, and ensure the integrity and confidentiality of their digital assets.
In the continuation of the previous report, first let me define to you what is truth. Prove is a fast-growing identity, proofing and affirmation provider utilized by over 1,000 businesses across a range of industries, including banks, financial services, insurance, healthcare, and e-commerce. So, sinasabi dito na ang Prove services are being utilized by over 1,000 businesses, highlighting widespread impact. Therefore, ang Prove ay napakahalagang services para sa mga may negosyo na naghahanap ng mabilis, maaasahan at epektibo. So next, Ping Identity. Ping Identity is an identity and access management leader trusted by global enterprises that are looking to implement Zero Trust security and provide their employees with better, more secure experience. So this implies that Ping Identity is a trusted leader in identity and access management, especially for global enterprises. Companies are adopting Zero Trust security to boost overall security, while also prioritizing user experience. In addition, Ping Identity seems well prepared to meet this evolving market demands. So next is Microsoft Azure AD. It's a cloud-based identity and access management service from Microsoft, which is designed to help employees sign into their accounts and gain access to the resources they need for Office 365 and connected applications. So this implies that through Microsoft Azure AD, they help employees na mapadali ang proseso ng pag-sign in ng kanilang mga accounts at pag-access sa kanilang application. IBM Security Verified. IBM is a multinational technology organization that serves clients in 170 countries worldwide. With IBM Security Verified, organizations can implement identity as a service, enabling multi-factor authentication, single sign-on, password-less authentication, adaptive access, lifecycle management, and identity analytics for all users. So, ang ibig sabihin nito na ang IBM Security Verified, this service plays a crucial role in helping organizations to enhance their security and protect their sensitive information. So lastly, HID Identity and Access Management. So HID Global are a security and access management vendor that secures and verifies people, places, and devices. So this implies that HID Identity and Access Management, they emphasizes their focus on securing and verifying people, places, and devices, which is a crucial in today's digital landscape. With their solutions, organizations can ensure better protection and control over their assets and resources.